What's up everybody, Kyler2000 here, welcome back to another video. Today I'll be reacting to my predictions for the best of the Super Juniors tournament. As you can see on your screen, I have the block standings where they finished at and what I predicted. And I'll also be predicting the 3 big matches for the final night, even though I've already kind of predicted one, as you can see from my predictions video. And on the screen you can see that I did get the 2 block winners right, and I did say in that video I thought Will Ospreay would win, but we'll get into more detail on that in a little bit. So let's just start on with block A. I had Kanemaru coming bottom. Sadly it was Taka Michinoku, and sadly Taka had to pull out due to injury. In 9th I had Tiger Mask, and that's where he finished. 8th I had Titan, and then in 7th I had Taka. Kanemaru and Titan did finish on the same amount of points, so you could switch them around, and you could say I did technically get Titan in a similar position. I thought Taka would kind of get the Kanemaru role, kind of the guy who'd caused a few upsets, you know, but no, New Japan went with Kanemaru instead of Taka. I just rather Taka, so I put Taka in that role. And Kanemaru did get some big upsets. The count-out win over Sho, he beat Ishimori. So yeah, and Titan did have a great showing in the tournament as well. I had Sho in 6th, and Gresham in 5th. Gresham ended up coming in 6th. Again, he had some fantastic matchups in the tournament. I didn't think Gresham would win it, but I did think he would have some great performances because he's a great wrestler, and he did. Yeah, Sho, in my opinion, was the breakout of this. He was the star. Bar probably Ospreay, because he's Will Ospreay, but yeah, Sho was the breakout star for me. The first 2 nights of action in A Block, he had a great match with Shingo, a great match with Dragon Lee, I believe it was. But yeah, Sho has had a fantastic tournament for me, and yeah, he finished level on points with Marty Skrull. So if you look from the Wikipedia list where I got the blocks from, the Sho is ahead of Marty. But yeah, if I switch Gresham and Sho around in mine, it's in around the same position. And then I got the top 3, and yeah, Marty had a great tournament as well, I must add. I really enjoyed the match with Kanemaru. Heel Master versus the Villain was a lot of fun, especially the finish. Then when it comes to the top 3 in Block A, I got it spot on. I had Dragon Lee in 3rd, Ishimori in 2nd, and Shingo Takagi winning the block. And yeah, Shingo, great performance in the tournament, like I expected from him. Dragon Lee had some fantastic matchups as well, from being the IWGP champion and junior heavyweight champion, sorry. And yeah, Taiji Ishimori did put in a great shift as well. A Block had some fantastic matchups. If I was to pick my favorite from A Block, I probably would have to go with Sho and Shingo from the very first night for me. Again, like, I don't think there was a bad match in the tournament. I think every match was at least good. But yeah, for me, my favorite match on A Block side was Sho and Shingo from night 1, I believe it was. Then over in Block B, I had Narita getting the coming last. He was a young lion. It was kind of expected that he wasn't going to pick up much wins. Then surprisingly, Doki, as you can see, I wasn't aware of Doki like most people were going into this, but yeah, I was shocked that he finished so low down. But again, a last minute replacement for El Desperado. Yeah, I can see why he finished there. Yeah, I don't know why I put him up so high. I think it's more of, I was planning on putting Flip Gordon there, and I know Narita replaced Flip and Doki replaced Desperado. Like that, if those 2 were in it, like, my predictions would be, I don't even know what I would have predicted. But yeah, for some reason I put Doki in 5th, thinking that it'd be a chance for this relative unknown to shine in New Japan. But yeah, he did put on some great performances, but he did finish 2nd. And then the man I had coming second in bottom was Rocky Romero. Rocky was probably the best win of the tournament when he beat ELP in the final of, or not the final, the main event of Kurikan. The emotion from the crowd, even sitting at home, I bought into the emotion. And the King is Sneaky Style picked up 6 points to finish in 8th. And then, yeah, I had Robbie Eagles down in 8th, and yeah, he did surprise me a bit. But he didn't surprise me, but I became a bigger fan of Eagles. I don't know what way I'm doing, I'm kind of looking at where and then talking about who I had there, but yeah. I'll go from continuing up from Rocky to Bandito, who finished on 10, a 4-point gap difference. But yeah, I did have Bandito come third. I thought Bandito would be put on a more of a platform to shine. Picking up 10 points isn't bad though. 10 points is still a great return for Bandito. Everyone in Block B picked up a good few points. But yeah, Bandito did deliver, but I thought he'd maybe finish a little bit higher. Rob Eagles, I did kind of talk about. He impressed me. I liked Rob Eagles, but I hadn't seen too much of him in singles action. Like, I've seen bits he'd done in PWG. That's about it. Other than when he was in Tag League with Ishimori last year. But yeah, Robbie again picking up 10 points, and I did have him in 8th, so he did perform a bit better than I did predict. Yo then came in on 12 points again, like all members of Roppongi 3K. Yo did have some fantastic matchups against the likes of Osprey, ELP, Eagles even, but yeah, Yo did pick up 12 points, putting him in 5th. Narita, Doki, Rocky, Brandy, Robbie, Yo, sorry, so that would put him 4th. Yeah, sorry. No, 5th, yeah, I confusing myself here. Sorry. But yeah, getting back on track. Yo did perform 1 place higher than I did expect him to. So I was in around the same area with Yo. Then above him was Bushi, and I did have Bushi coming in 4th. Typical Bushi fashion, started off 0-3 and then just won the remainder of his tournament matchups, I believe. I don't think he did lose one. He finished on 6, lost 3. Yeah, so he lost his first 3 and then went on the remaining 6 to finish with a respectable 12 points in 4th level with Yo and the 2 men above him. In our 3rd, I had El Fantasma. In our 3rd was El Fantasma. I had ELP finishing 2nd. Technically, he kind of did. He was level with Taguchi, but Taguchi did beat ELP, so on the tiebreaker, it would go to Taguchi. But yeah, again, I did expect ELP was his to have a breakout tournament, to kind of break out into the New Japan scene, and he did. So yeah, ELP finishing 3rd. Then we have probably the one other than Doki that I got way wrong. Well, maybe Taka as well, but I had Taguchi coming in 7th. He ended up finishing 2nd, going all the way to the final day with Will Ospreay and losing to the Aerial Assassin in a fantastic matchup. And yeah, Taguchi did have a great tournament. It's Taguchi. I don't know what he was thinking pulling him down so low. He always does have does well in the Best of Super Juniors, but because it was so stacked, I didn't really know who to put where. And yeah, I ended up throwing Taguchi in 7th, which, looking back on, was a stupid decision. But yeah, Taguchi finished 2nd, did have some good matchups. The one with Rocky was good because of just captain versus captain. The 2 worked well together. The one against Ospreay the final day was good. And speaking of Will Ospreay, I did have him finishing 1st in the block B, and that's where he did finish. So I did get the two that mattered spot on. I did predict Shingo and Ospreay to win their blocks, which is all that really matters. No one really cares where the losers finish, do they? But yeah, I did have Ospreay to win the block, and it's Will Ospreay. Every match he had was fantastic. Yeah, my favourite match from block B is a tough one. If I had to choose one, I'd probably say Ospreay and Rocky, or maybe Ospreay and ELP. I'll go with. But Ospreay and Rocky was a fantastic match. So is Ospreay and ELP. But I think I'd lean towards Ospreay and El Fantasma, with El Fantasma getting the win over Ospreay to drop Ospreay his first few points. So now let's get into my predictions for the final day. I'm only going to do the three main ones. I'm not going to do all the tag team matches. So the three I'm focused on are the finals between Shingo and Ospreay, Juice versus Moxley, and Tanahashi versus Jay White. So let's just start on with the one I'm most excited for. Jon Moxley making his New Japan debut after showing up at AEW's Double or Nothing. I believe, is this his first match since leaving WWE? It's the first one that I can think of. And him and Juice, it's going to be fantastic. I cannot wait to see Jon Moxley in a New Japan ring. I feel like he's going to do some good stuff. Him and Juice, they'll tear the house down. I believe this is in Ryogoku. Ryogoku, and I feel like these two will just tear each other apart. It'll be a bit of a brawl, and it's for the IWGP US Heavyweight title, which is where I don't know where to land on this prediction. It all depends on how often how more of New Japan shows will Moxley be able to do with signing for All Elite Wrestling. I think Tony Khan said he can work for them whenever he wants, up until October when TNT deal kicks in. So yeah, it's kind of a hard one to call, but I'm going to go with Jon Moxley. I like Juice Robinson, big fan of Juice Robinson, but it'd make the more sense, in my opinion, if New Japan went with the hype and went and put the US title on Moxley, and then you can have him lose it in August or September, just before he goes full time with AEW for their TV deal. So my prediction for Juice versus Moxley is that the challenger making his debut, Jon Moxley, defeats Juice Robinson to become the IWGP US champion. We also have the Ace Hiroshi Tanahashi going one-on-one with Switchblade Jay White. This is kind of a hard one to call. I'm leaning more towards Tanahashi just because it's his return match, but I can see Jay White getting the win with maybe help from Gator on the outside. But this will be a fantastic match. Two of the biggest stars in New Japan. When I say that, I mean two of their top main eventers, of course, Jay White, the leader of the Bullet Club, and Hiroshi Tanahashi. He's not called the Ace for no reason. Yeah, but it should be a fantastic matchup. But I am going to go with the returning Ace, Tanahashi, to pick up the win over Jay White. Because here, looking at it on New Japan's website, they're calling it Hiroshi Tanahashi Comeback Special Singles Match. So, because they're hyping it so much as Tanahashi's comeback, I feel like they'll give him the win here. But here would give Jay White to beat Tanahashi in his comeback match, especially if it's due to interference from outside members of the Bullet Club. It would be good, but yeah, my money is my prediction is to go with the Ace Tanahashi in his return match. And then lastly, it's Will Ospreay, the B block winner, versus Shingo Takagi in the main event. the final of the Best of Super Juniors, the Aerial Assassin versus the Dragon. And I'm sticking to my prediction from my Best of Super Juniors prediction video. I'm sticking with the Aerial Assassin, Will Ospreay, and I think the Aerial Assassin will be the first one to slay the Dragon, Shingo Takagi. I'm a big fan of both these men. I'm not against Shingo Takagi winning. In fact, I'd like to see Shingo win and then go against Dragon Lee again after they go to Best of Super Juniors match, but my money is on the Aerial Assassin to once again become a 2-time Best of the Super Juniors winner and go on then to become a Junior Heavyweight Champion again in the future. Yeah. But as I did say, big fan of Shingo. I'm not against him winning, but I'm just sticking with my prediction and going with the Aerial Assassin, Will Ospreay. So that's going to be it for this video. Let me know in the comment section below what you think of my predictions for the Best of Super Juniors finals, and if you did predict the blocks like I did, let me know how you got on. Did you get on as well as I did? Did you do better? Did you do worse? Let me know all that in the comment section below. Hit that subscribe button if you're not already. Yeah, I'll subscribe, comment, all that stuff. I'm repeating myself at this point, so I'll just say it. I'll see you in the next one.